Happy manifesting moments to you. It's Monday right now. If you're with me live, you know that. And if not, it's lovely that this can be watched at your convenience. And I'm so happy to be connecting with you. I want to talk today about the greatest gift you can offer the world. I love this saying so much. The greatest gift you can offer the world is to be authentically yourself. And if you listen to the philosophers and spiritual teachers, they'll often say, know thyself. It's not an easy thing to do because we're an aspect of the infinite. So there's a lot to explore and consider when we decide to embark on this path of knowing ourselves. Years ago, I was really, really depressed. And I went to this lovely healer. I've probably told this story before. And she was looking at my sparkly fingernails and toenails. And she goes, I love your purple sparkly fingernails and toenails. And I said, you know, that's why I don't feel like planet Earth is my home, because hi, Temu, peace and love to you too. I don't feel like planet Earth is my home because there's not enough purple and sparkles here. And she goes, well, Tammy, maybe that's your purpose. You know, it is kind of a sick, sad planet. Maybe you're here to bring a little joy and levity and sparkle and magic to the planet. And I felt like she gave me my marching orders and instructions. And I decided then that I was just going to be me. I wasn't going to wait for somebody to give permission to me to be me. And I wasn't going to look for other people's approval. So I decided that I'm just going to express as my authentic self, which is sometimes silly and quirky and purple and sparkly. And some might judge it as trite or silly. In fact, that has happened. But as I've given myself permission to be myself and decided to start enjoying my personal expression, I tend to attract other people that find me to be fun or entertaining. And I attract people that are kind and loving because I'm being more kind and loving with myself. And as I have relaxed into my authentic shape, given myself permission to be me, as I've started to like myself and love myself, hi, Tonda, I feel like I am more comfortable in my skin. I'm just a peaceful presence in the world. And one of the best compliments I received from Letitia a couple of weeks ago was, Tammy, the best thing about you is that you give permission to people to be themselves. Hello, Jamie, how are you? And I thought that was so lovely because that is what I want. I just want to show up as a loving presence, not be in any judgment. But that's hard to do if we're in judgment about ourselves. If we judge ourselves as being not worthy, or if we judge our personal expression or way of being as not good enough or right, or if we're shooting on ourselves, it's hard to show up as a really authentically peaceful presence in the world. And we're all kind of psychically linked, you know? And I'm sure you've been in the presence of somebody who is maybe tighten their energy and kind of looking you up and down. It's because they don't feel great about themselves. So we see through that lens. We see others through the lens that we have towards and for within ourselves. So what we need to do is clear our lens of perception about, for, and within ourselves. As we choose to see our life and ourselves through the lens of love, as we choose to perceive ourselves as good, kind, funny, lovely, wonderful, quirky, clumsy, flawed, interesting human beings, we tend to show up in a way that is just more peaceful and present with others. That is the greatest gift you can offer the world, is to love yourself, to know who you are, like yourself, love yourself, and show up as that sweet, kind, funny presence that you are, just giving others permission to be who they are because you've given yourself permission to be who you are. You know, years ago, I was taking some art classes and somebody's like, you could be really good, Tammy. You should really be a fine artist. You're kind of crafty. And in the past, I might have taken that as an insult because crafty in the world of fine arts isn't considered a compliment. But I actually took it as a compliment because it is who I am. I could be a fine artist. I could be, you know, a dressage equestrian competitive horse person, but I have chosen instead to have fun and to be fun. And my inner child is loving it because I'm not about competition. I'm not about Oh, look at me, I'm better than you. That's not fun. And that's actually fear-based, and it's ego. And it's, for me, it was just really unpleasant to try to posture and pose in that way. So as I've given myself permission to just be my crafty, sparkly, silly, quirky, clumsy self, I'm having a blast. I'm healthier than I've ever been. You know, disease, dis-ease. It's when we're contorting ourselves. It's when we are stressed and in discomfort. It translates to challenges with our physicality, and it cuts us off from the life force, which is, you know, the universe. And I think so many good things are pouring down on all of us all the time. Grace, ease, prosperity, abundance. But can we align with that? Do we believe we're worthy of that? And the truest truth is we are. All of us are. You are. And as we can relax into that posture and that alignment, as we give ourselves permission to show up just who we are, even if we don't know what that is, just to give ourselves permission to explore who we are and have more fun, to be more kind to ourselves, to be more gentle, the stress starts to dissipate. The angst can start to be alleviated. We start to relax into our authentic shape. This is what increases our vibration, and it is what supports us in attracting better things, better people, better opportunities. You know, it's so funny because years ago I struggled so hard to make money. I struggled so hard to find friends, and it's not a struggle anymore. And I think God wants that for all of us. God doesn't want us to have to struggle. Sometimes we learn more through our challenges and struggles than grace and ease. But I think once we learn our soul's lessons through the challenges and struggles, we can live a life of more blessings, grace, and ease. And it feels good. It feels good. And again, we give permission to others to relax into their authentic shape. And another wonderful thing that happens when we do this is we don't feel like we need to teach or tell anybody anything. We don't have to rescue anybody. That has been a huge relief for me as somebody who's wanted to be a teacher, healer, counselor, and uplifter. I really wanted to go to the people that were suffering and share with them, you know, what I've learned and my blessings, and, you know, basically bestow upon them wisdom. You know what? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to be told what to do or how to do it. If they do, they will ask you the question. In the meantime, the best thing we can do is just be the living example of love and joy. Follow your joy. Live from your heart. Melt any walls around your heart, any issue of unworthiness. Relax and know that God loves you, and allow that grace to just pour down on you. Graciously receive it. Count your blessings and graciously receive the goodness that comes to you. And, you know, years ago, oh my goodness, Natalie, you're here from France. This is so wonderful. I love it. So years ago, you know, my best friend is my sister, Honda. You may know that. And if I could rescue anybody in the whole wide world, it'd be my little sister, who's been my best friend since I was 16 months old, and since she arrived on planet Earth, thanks to my mother, Judy Butler. Oh, and Dawn Balashevsky. And when I guess Mom brought her home from the hospital, she set her on my lap and said, "This is your baby." And I don't remember it, but I believe it because I still believe it. She's still my baby. And at one point, several years ago, my sister was really, really struggling. And I felt, I can help her. I can fix her. I can rescue her. I can show her the way, because I found the way. And now I want to show her the way. And after really trying to bestow my love and wisdom on her and teach her what I've learned and all that, she finally told me to F off. She didn't say F off. She said the whole 4-letter word. And she has never said that word to me ever. And I was shocked and I was hurt and I was sad. But now I realize it was the greatest gift she could have given me. I can't rescue even my little sister. And if I can't rescue her, I can't rescue anyone. And that was a blessing. It was liberating. We can't rescue anyone. We can't do for others what they need to do for themselves. And if we do, we're enabling them rather than empowering them. The most important thing we can do is to find our authentic shape and claim our empowered posture in the world, which is love-based. And that really comes down to our connection to that something greater, that relationship with ourselves, our soul, and source, and of course, our inner child. just to be in that receptive, loving posture with our inner child and to receive the God's grace that's pouring down on us and find our creative expression, whatever that is, be it crafty and silly, or be it fine art, or be it singing or welding or cooking or whatever that is. I believe creativity is our lifeline to the Creator. And again, that can express and does express in billions of forms and fashions. And there's no competition. Each and every single one of us, you, including you, has your own unique gifts and talents and a way of expressing that is unique only to you. And as you know that and accept that and receive that without trying to prove this to any other mortal, as you dance in your own light and as you enjoy your personal expression and your friendship with the divine, more and more blessings will find their way to you without pushing, forcing, or efforting. It's a receiving. And it is, from my perspective, a far more fun way to live this particular reality on planet Earth. So, Tamu, you've learned this the hard way as well. And sometimes that's the only way. And, you know, it can be hard to watch other people going through their lessons in a hard way. It's hard to love people sometimes more than they love themselves. But the most important thing we can do for others is to let them have the dignity of their own learning and their own experience. Give them the dignity of their process, even if it doesn't look very dignified to you. Every single one of us has our own particular contracts, curriculums, soul agreements that none of us can perceive. I mean, it's hard enough to figure out our own, much less anyone else's. And even if you're right, even if you are absolutely right, people don't tend to want to hear your advice if it's unsolicited. My friend Rolene Billings said something so lovely to me. If they don't ask the question, they can't hear the answer. And I think Jesus said it like this: don't throw your pearls before swine. And it's not that we're superior. It's just that don't give people what they don't want. They won't appreciate it, you know? And so you've overextended yourself and they've rejected it and nobody feels good. So just live your best life. Live love. Do what you love. Listen to your heart. Follow your own inner compass. Express yourself in whatever way that brings you joy. And don't slow down for the haters. Don't let other people make you feel like you are less than, that you are not worthy, because you are. And if God thinks so, why would you let some mere mortal make you feel less than? Don't give your power away like that. Just keep dancing in your light, because you are exquisite. You are amazing. You have incredible gifts. And the more you know this, the more you celebrate this and express this, the more you're going to attract the people that really get you. I've talked about this too. A third of the people in the world are going to love you. A third are going to be a third are going to hate you. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to attract and be attracted to people that simply adore you. You know, you don't have to jump through hoops for crumbs. You don't have to settle. And as we know that and we receive that and as we accept that, our lives improve. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's what's worked for me. So yes, Tamu, yes, especially when you love them deeply, even if you're asked to help, it's better to all of them to get professional help, not from loved ones. Sometimes, yeah, it's hard to be objective when it comes to the people that are closest to us. I really offered my counseling services to my sister, and she was very wise in finding her own way. And again, it was a blessing for her and it was a blessing for me. And as she has done her healing work on her own and I've done my healing work on my own, we've come back together as peers and empowered friends. And you don't want somebody walking through your door, and you don't want to walk through someone else's door to the divine. We have to find our own inner door and then ask for our appropriate teachers and healers to show up. Because I think when we are sincere and we are ready, we will attract them, because that's how this work works. So I'm incredibly blessed that you're choosing to spend time with me today live. This is always so fun. You know, it's funny, I used to get really anxious about doing these, but as soon as I see people hanging out with me, it's like, I'm not alone. I'm not performing. I'm just hanging out with my friends. And to have you communicate with me brings my heart the greatest of joy, because that's what I want. I want connection. I want relationship, relatedness, and to be spiritual rock climbers together. Yourself is extraordinary too, Tanda. You're my favorite human being. And anytime I feel bad about myself, I say, dag nabbit, I'm Tonda's sister, so I must be all right. And yeah, I'm a little goofy too, which I think is really super fun. Tamu, Tonda, do you know that Tamu thinks you're very lucky to have such sister love? Well, thank you, Tammy. You're very sweet. Hey, Ken, how are you? So again, I'm so blessed to be spending time with you and to be holding space with you and to be in your presence. I'm truly honored by just your energy and presence in my life. I think my hat's a little sideways. So I'd like to just complete our time together today with just a little bit of a prayer and blessing, if you're open to that. It always makes me feel good, and hopefully there's something in this for you to support you in aligning with your soul and source and receive your blessings and find your authentic shape and just experience more comfort, grace, ease, and joy in your life. So if you are open to this, just go and take a nice, deep, healing, cleansing breath, and just imagine, if you will, relaxing your awareness into your heart. And dear Father, Mother, God, Lord of all creation, it is me and my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friends and soul family and spiritual rock climbers. And just now, I want to acknowledge that we do indeed live on a planet of free will and choice. And in this moment, dear God, we choose to invite you in more fully and deeply into our hearts, minds, bodies, and lives. We know, dear God, that you love us and want the very best for us. And so often we can get distracted and think we know what's best, and we think we have to do this life on our own. But the truest truth is that you know better than we do what is best for us, and that you want to bestow blessings and peace and grace and ease and prosperity down on every single one of your children. And so just now, dear God, I'm asking for special blessings and prayers of grace, of joy, of guidance, of alignment, of clarity and grace and ease for each and every one of my friends that can hear my voice right now. Please surround them with a sparkly, healing, beautiful white light of love. May they know themselves more deeply as a profound and exquisite blessing to the world. May they know themselves more deeply as a child in whom you are well pleased. May they relax and dissolve any blocks and barriers between you and them. May they dissolve the walls around their hearts and open to graciously receive the grace and the blessings, the gifts and the love that you have for them here and now and always. Dear God, thank you for my friends. Thank you for the gifts in our lives. I know Mother Teresa has said, if there was only one prayer and it was of thank you, it would be enough. So in this moment, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So I hope you're feeling the love that is pouring down on you and surrounding you. I hope you're sensing the presence of angels and light workers and the blessed beings that are on the path here with you. I think there's angels for every need and request and desire. And I believe each of us have our own personal guardian angels that are with us from the moment we're born and before and after the moment we die and beyond. You don't have to do life alone. That's an illusion, because the truth is we are all one. And I'm so grateful and blessed to know this and remember this and to be able to celebrate this human experience with you. And I invite you to be in touch with me with anything you want to talk about. You can email me at tammyvphd@gmail.com or private message me and just let me know how you're doing. You know, that's what makes life worth living, is being able to dance and play with my soul siblings. And I'm just so very, very grateful. So grateful for Facebook Live. I know a lot of people say a lot of negative things about it, but I choose to focus on what is good and right. And as I do, more good and right keeps showing up. Eileen, thank you. That's so wonderful. I really love you so much. Thanks for hosting that beautiful Christmas party. What an extraordinary gift you are to this community and to the planet. And each and every one of you are. You are an extraordinary gift in my life and to God and to the planet. So just know that, believe that, relax, receive that. Choose to celebrate yourself. Look in the mirror and say the things that you long to hear. Open your heart to your own love, and you will see that life starts to meet you in extraordinary ways in extraordinary places. Jen Cochran, I love you. Oh my gosh, there's so much love here. I have to ground myself. My heart is expanding exponentially. That's what I love about this. And I'm going to go see my horse. So there's going to be even more expanding in love. So do what you love. Express yourself in beautiful, joy-filled, fun ways. And let's continue the journey together. You know, my intention is to spiral upward and onward and expand into higher and higher realms of grace, ease, love, and joy. And I think it's infinite. How good can you stand it to get? I don't know, but I'm going to continue to try. I want to expand. I want to go higher and bring more and more heaven to earth. So God bless you. I love you too, honey. I love you so, so much. You are a blessing in my life, each and every one of you. So be in touch. Let's continue the journey together. And Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Happy, happy Hanukkah. And I will look forward to connecting with you again next Monday. Take good, gentle care of yourself. I love you. God loves you. The angels love you. Relax, receive, believe that. And I sense there are many, many gifts on your horizon, many blue skies and rainbows, and lots of good presents. So God bless you. Take care of you. Onward and upward. I love you. Bye for now.